Is The Boys focusing too much on the shock value? It is an argument I've seen floating around a lot with the new season of The Boys, especially the last episode. Because if you saw the last episode, yeah, not a great time for our senses, for my eyeballs. It is nothing new that The Boys has some ridiculous things. It has been like that since season 1, and they have continued that trend for the last 4 seasons. And I think that the reason this conversation is coming up is because in the last episode in particular, the Huey storyline is a good bulk of the episode. It's about, 20-30 minutes of an hour-long episode, at least it feels like that. And not too much story progress is made. It's kind of just all of this crazy spoilers. He's getting dominated, like a dominatrix kind of, yeah. Okay, here's the thing, all right? No, I don't think The Boys is putting too much value and importance on the shock value of the show, as I think that diminishing the show to only that is just completely disrespectful to the rest of the show, the rest of the good dramatic character moments. But also, I think that The Boys kind of does have this stigma that it feels like they have to uphold by having these really crazy moments. Granted, a lot of those moments are what got The Boys popular to begin with, because it's not like The Boys was this overnight success. There had to be stuff that we could talk about, stuff to, talk about on Twitter, talk about online, and go, dude, this is crazy. You're never gonna believe this. A-Train ran through Robin. The show obviously has this whole edgy theme, this aura they're trying to cultivate of, diabolical, fucking bolical. You got the cast member pictures. They're all flipping off the camera all the time. And I don't know if the showrunners actually, want to keep doing this for the sake of, creative fulfillment. But also, I do think there's a situation where they feel like they have to keep going down this path because that's what the people want from them. And I think now, this last episode in particular, they might see the ramifications of the fans being like, okay, maybe it's a little too much, maybe we're going a little too far. Because like I said, you have the whole entire thing with Huey, but people getting mad and weird about the Homelander scene at the end, that's been Homelander's vibe the whole entire show. Why you just get weird about it now? Don't get me wrong. It's freaky as hell. You should feel weird about it, but don't get mad at the show about it now. That's, like I said, Homelander, that's his whole thing. Which, of course, leads us to the problem that shows might have of, jumping the shark, and how do we keep going up from there? The first season, like I said, you have some crazy moments, A-Train running through Robin, and then season 2, you have some other crazy stuff. Season 3, we also had some crazy stuff. The whole party they go to, I don't know if I can say that, so I'm not gonna say it. The hero party. And now in season 4, again, we've had the sauna scene earlier. We've had multiple different things. To the point I'm worried the showrunners feel like they have to keep going. They have to keep going crazier and crazier and crazier to get people to talk about it online. Granted, it still works. It's good publicity still. People go online, oh man, I can't believe Firecracker did that. Firecracker's a weirdo. Did you know Homelander's a little freaky like that? Shocking news, but he is. Editing Jay, and it's 4 a.m, so I have to be quiet. I actually think the killer V'd up goats or whatever they were, the goats and the cows. I actually think that's a pretty good example of how to do it right. It's not over the top. It adds to the story of Vot's tripping. And it's a graphic. We get to see them be crazy and people can tweet about it. I thought that was a pretty good example. Okay, take it away, Past Jay. So do I think The Boys is going too extreme with it, too far with it? Yeah, that's tough. Maybe. I'm sorry for being so indecisive, for not giving you a clear answer, okay? I can't solve the world's problems. Okay, but here's my verdict. The show shouldn't have to do all of that. It shouldn't think that that's why we watch the show, for all these crazy scenes. The thing with Huey, it was too much, not because of the content, but because I think it just went on too long without adding anything to the story. The thing with Homelander, it's weird, it's strange, it shows us more about his character. The thing with Huey, not so much. The thing with Tech Knight being a weirdo, again, not so much. In a season where I feel like we only have 2 episodes left and there's still a lot of ground to cover, taking some of that time from the last Huey, subplot, I feel like that would have been a wise thing to cut to add to something else, to add to any other character who has a lot of stuff going on. I do feel like a lot of these subplots they're setting up aren't going to be resolved until season But I think the allocation of time, the priorities of it all, I think that's kind of the issue. It should be the story, the characters, all that stuff first, and then if we have time later, we can do something diabolical. That's my thoughts though. What do you think about this? Is The Boys going too far? Thanks so much for watching. Hit subscribe. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. I'll talk to you later.